That sounds like a main
My man said a Disney ride.
The library. I mean, the Viking experience. I mean, yeah, I probably can get used to it. Maybe if they are used the right way. And I hope they are used the right way because they're the NXT
They're really good
in NXT. You know, as far as I know, they are still.
Yes, current.
I just want them to be used. Like now, the Usos are there now. So okay, now you got two good tag teams.
Tell me you're not looking forward to the Usos versus the Viking experience. You can't. You have to be looking forward to
I mean, the name alone, I just can't get about.
You gotta get over it. Get over it.
But whatever.
Get over it. These big beef boys, they're part of the beer gang. I'm all for it.
They move on. It's been a chuckle on social media. It's been a chuckle all over. Like,
you gotta go from the idea, and think about it. You go from War Machine to War Raiders
to the Viking.
I'm not even gonna say it. It's just
like the Warlord and the Barbarian.
I'm just excited just to go.
NWA Crockett Gears.
I'm just kind of glad that they didn't name them like something like the Viking War Party because Darnell and Rudolph might
No.
Right. But it's Ross started off with Stephanie McMahon and Shane McMahon coming into the ring, and of course now it's no superstar shake-up.
Did you hear the CM Punk chant?
That's always gonna be CM Punk.
I know.
They will never stop that.
So
especially if they go to Chicago. Please.
No, I think it was because he keeps referring to himself to best in the world. So they're just gonna remind him.
And every time.
And they should.
And the universe is gonna continue to remind him.
That's what I love about fans. Fans. They would chant anything.
And I think the best place to have the superstar shakeup was in Montreal.
Oh yeah.
I love the Montreal crowd.
That crowd is so live.
When Sami Zayn came out,
what was it, 3 times?
Yeah. That was like one of the biggest chants I've seen in a long time, and the way he took it and spent it, I loved it. It was actually pretty clever. So,
are we going to accept Sami as a heel or no?
Yes,
they're just not. They're like, no, we're going to love
maybe
you.
not in Montreal, but I think
other places they will accept them as a heel.
Okay, maybe I got to.
Let's look at it this way. If you look at him 2 weeks ago, and I'm not going to share the commentary he had because some of the things that were I don't know if they actually had to cut off his microphones because of some of the things he was saying to people. I'm like, wow.
He was crossing that line again.
Yeah, he was crossing quite the line. But then you turn around, and that's one of the things they've said for the better part of 20 years. If you go north of the border, you go to Canada, you're not going to get what the fans normally expect.
It's just the same as what happened in like 1997 with the Hart Foundation. They were beloved in Canada.
Yeah,
hated
everywhere else.
And now you look at it this way too, and you look at it, and I think about one of the things that really kind of popped into my brain. One of the first things is everything that's going on with the New Day. I mean, Kofi Kingston, WWE champion. You have the sudden injury to Big E, and like I said, from what thankfully it sounds like it's not going to be a long
split,
injury.
Right.
And the process of it all, you go from Big E to Kevin Owens. And I got to tell you, just the idea of seeing him, he was trying to
his hips.
And I'm just
Kevin did a great job.
Don't be nice. Don't be nice.
No, please don't be nice. It was dumb.
At the end of the day, that didn't take nothing away from his shine. Kevin Owens is the bomb.com at the end of the day. The big O. Thank you. Like you said, it's funnier.
He's been bad off the Kevin.
I'd rather see him be a bad guy.
He's a heel all the way, just like
they were going to do that in Montreal.
He looked moist, man.
That's right. I feel like that was the perfect place for it. He couldn't have gotten away with that nowhere else.
And one thing you look at here too is the idea of Kevin Owens. I mean, he's been gone for several months.
Yep.
And when you sit there and look at it, I mean, I don't look at it just from the idea of being in Montreal. To me, there was just something about it. I mean, again, time's going to tell. Next week, I think they're going to be back in the States. I have a feeling that this isn't the last we're going to see of Kevin Owens and interacting with the New Day.
Really?
I think it's the beginning of something. I don't like where it's going.
There was that chemistry.
Yeah, he's going to leave.
I think he got something to that later.
Well, he might, yeah.
One second.
There's still gonna be some more here. I don't see it just being a one-time only. I don't see it being something that we're gonna see for 10 years. But I could see Kevin Owens being associated with the New Day.
It's going to be a New
more
Day.
than one night.
I think this is going to Big E's time to kind of break away from the New Day
and start destroying people.
You just kind of wonder.
Yeah, like he was doing it first
before the injury.
I agree,
They were going to move him to Raw,
right?
Because they moved Liv Morgan from the Riot Squad from.
And I didn't find that.
That happened
until I just looked on this. It just was
I
posted. I had no
always thought
idea.
it was going to be Xavier Woods that was going to break off first.
Oh no!
No, I think Big E is probably
Big E's finna make his run.
He's always been the muscle of the group. He's always kind of been the voice of the group. You know, he starts off the theme song.
Yeah.
You know.
No, Kevin Owens did a pretty good job though.
He did a good job anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and kind of change things up here. I want to stay on the tangent. I know Chris and I have talked about this. Is the idea we talked about the women's revolution, women's evolution. I got to tell you right now, I want your thoughts on this. I mean, we've got them here going to SmackDown. Bayley, Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, Liv Morgan, Mickie James. Going to Raw, Selena Vega, Naomi, Lacey Evans. To me, I think right now, hands down, I think SmackDown's the winner of this deal. I really do.
Name the ladies for SmackDown one more time.
Bayley.
Going to SmackDown.
Bayley,
Ember Moon, Kairi Sane, Liv Morgan, Mickie James.
And that also includes they already have Carmella, they have Asuka, they have the Iconics.
They do. Yeah. You're absolutely right.
So
the Iconics can go to both shows because they're the champions.
And just like
they have Charlotte. They have Charlotte
can go to both shows for right now because
I think they're going. I think eventually they're going to split those titles back.
I believe she's probably going to eventually drop that Raw title, probably.
Or I would think she might drop the SmackDown title.
You think so?
I think they'll probably put Charlotte up on the SmackDown and then Becky run with Raw.
Since Ronda's not at Raw right now, so we need a head person at Raw. You might be right about that.
And I do agree with you. Sounds like SmackDown is the women on that. It's the winner on that.
Right.
Well, that's a
SmackDown. To the ladies.
One person in particular from SmackDown I want to elaborate on is Ember Moon. Like, she just came back from injury at this past WrestleMania, and she was thrown in the Battle Royal. Like, we didn't really know that she came back, and
I didn't think she was ready to come back. I thought she was still in rehab.
Right. So last year she was on the Superstar Shake-Up. She went to Raw from NXT, and she is one of the best wrestlers, that we don't know about because they haven't really promoted her well. I wonder, is she going to be one of those wrestlers that actually gets a big push this year? Because she is.
Hopefully, she doesn't get lost. You don't want her to get lost in the shuffle.
Right.
One thing I'm going to throw out here, and again, this may show my age. I had an opportunity many years ago.
Talking about his age.
Hey, I'm older than you think.
Talking about his age.
But when you sit there and you look at it, you talk about Ember Moon. I had the opportunity many years ago to see her before she got to the WWE, and even then. Back when she was traveling around the Midwest, she had a lot of promotions that she had gone to. And you could see, and again, I'm not trying to make this as a pun or a funny here, but you saw that fire in her. And right now, I mean, again, she had that great amount of momentum. She had everything going.
She has one of the best finishing moves.
That is a phenomenal in-ring move. But when you sit there and look at it, her getting hurt was, I mean, at the absolute worst time for her. Yeah. And I really do hope that when it comes down to it, that this gives her a chance to really shine on SmackDown. I'm going to tell you right now, though, and I know it's one of those things, when you look at it, though, just look at the names that went. Bayley, Kairi Sane from NXT, Liv Morgan, and Mickie James, 6 or 7 time champion.
So, once I'm going to actually say that first name you just said, Bayley. Do you think it's time for WWE to finally shift Bayley into turn her heel? What do you think about that? Because I think she's getting stale in the crowd. I know that Montreal crowd special, that they booed her out the building.
Give it to us, Chris.
And they might that trend might start happening in other arenas. I'm afraid of that.
Can you buy her as a heel? I've never seen her. Every time I've seen her, she's been the face.
But isn't that the beauty thing about it? Like, you don't even see it coming. You just don't even. You wouldn't even imagine her turning heel because you don't see it coming, and she just all of a sudden just I always like the fancy promote, So say she came out, she turned heel, and the balloons all streaming up, and she ended up popping those balloons, I know that would break the kid's heart, that would break the kid's heart. They would break the kid's heart, but that's the type of heat you want.
From
somebody like that.
But on who though?
What you mean on who?
On who? She gonna be heel on who? I mean, the list. Bailey, Amber, like on who? Seriously, Amber, Oscar.
She doesn't have to. Like, does she need to be heel on anybody?
I mean, who would be a good storyline for her to be a heel on first? That's what I'm saying.
She has to create one. I'm not sure.
Well,
I can't answer that question.
They're going to lose their built-in storyline with her turning on. She did with Sasha Banks. I don't quite know what's going on. And
Did we confirm if Sasha's leaving?
There has been. She was given 2 weeks.
Nobody knows.
So, but it doesn't matter. Anyway, they're not a team anymore because they moved Bailey to SmackDown.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like they were ever really a legit team. I guess that's why I was so salty
people put
about
together.
them.
They were speaking of earlier.
Being the inaugural women's champions. I feel like
I understand why they did it because they wanted a stronger team to.
But were they really the stronger team?
At the time.
Yeah. Don't do this.
Horsewomen.
I think the popularity contest.
The only way I can see Bailey turning heel is, like you were saying, don't worry about the balloons and the string, but she would have to let her hair down and get it out that ponytail.
That Napoleon Dynamite.
Yeah. She have to let her hair down and really
Dynamite.
Aggressive nature. If you've seen her some matches,
She's come out before.
She knows how to get down.
She can do it.
I don't think for full heel though.
She can do it.
Her matches with Sasha, there was a more aggressive side with her at NXT, but that was because it was the feud.
Yeah, right. I'm gonna go on a completely different tangent here, but stay with it. Is the idea to me? I don't see the idea of Bailey being a bad guy or a bad girl. I don't see it having much legs. And here's the reason why. Many, many years ago, to me, I likened Bailey and the persona to be a lot like John Cena. In the idea where you have seen it for so long, and the people still get behind it, they still have it. And I think it's something that Stephanie McMahon said, is the idea that you don't see a lot of women who are role models for the tween set. That 12 to 18, 12, 18, 19 year old.
When Bailey was originally called up, I thought she was going to be the female version of John Cena, where she would sell all this merchandise and be popular. And
she is not saying she's not popular.
It's not saying that. It's just I don't think she ever met that expectation.
And I can actually see that happening with like Tootie Lynn because she reminds me of Bailey because she has like the baby face. You know, the real young, like you said, she's connecting with the younger fans, and I think that's one of the reasons why Tootie went when she did the evolution of and went with Say Sheen and went with the mask because her thing was like, Mom, it's just really hard when I'm going out there and I'm out in like Kansas City and some of these other territories, and they want me to be heel. Nobody's still, because here comes the 5-year-old. I love you, Tootie. Like I'm still not getting over as that bad guy when I come and fight whoever their baby face is. So I think that's one of the reasons why she went with the mask, and now we're kind of seeing it now when you cover it up. So maybe they need to get out of the whole colorful, like you said, lose the ponytail, get rid of the balloons, and let's just come out with some darker gear, maybe.
Right.
Possibly.
A little more edgier type of
more edgier, maybe probably not total.
Flip the whole character around.
Exactly.
She really kind of remind me of AJ Lee.
Yeah. I love AJ. That's my girl.
You know, and she was riding the fence at one time.
Oh yeah.
So,
the fence of crazy.
Yeah.
But it worked for her. It worked.
When she started dating CM Punk, you know,
but it worked.
People,
you know,
the stock went up.
Anything is possible in professional wrestling.
That's true,
guys,
Sam.
I want to throw one out here, and I'm again kind of wrapping some things up here. I want to look at the Raw, or as of right now, what's going on.
One second. I'm so sorry. Can we not? So we're not going to talk about the finisher on Lacey Dibbs.
Oh yes.
Let's go there.
Yeah.
Let's go there a minute. What?
I didn't think this girl could do nothing because they had her out there just prancing and leaving
for like a month. All she would do is
I'm like, is this just like the eye candy pause? Like, what is this? I didn't know she was in a Marine.
Yeah, she
certainly.
Well, now you know.
Girl.
And that fist, and then that jumping. What was it, jumping moonsault or?
I don't even know what to call it.
She twisted her body in one motion, twisted and
was up on the top rope.
Yeah.
She started on the second rope, jumped to the top rope, then moonsaulted out. I was like, baby girl got a new fan.
Yeah.
I instantly, because I have been following her on Twitter forever. Like, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, I really need to know what you do. And then after last night, I was like, I think I rewound it like 3 times. Like,
I'm just gonna give it a name, the Jumpin' Jack Flash, because it happened in a flash.
She served the country. She did a
she's
tour.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Like,
A
obviously.
mother too. I mean, she's got all these different. And one of the things that Vader was right on it in the idea of where a lot of times you don't need to know everything about everybody. Keep that information to you.
That surprised the heck out of me.
I don't know everything about
she's coming out here again.
Don't just put it out there.
She comes out, does her little thing.
Little do you know,
keep some stuff a mystery.
fans, or you like myself, you know what I'm saying, mainstream fans, you don't know I really can get down and throw.
Oh, and I love how she kept the whole.
Yeah.
How she just stayed into it the whole
time. At the end of the match,
yes.
did you notice that she had a tissue in her,
yes.
and then she was just like
dab. Yes.
Yeah. So.
Okay, so now
let's look at it a minute here because we've got a pretty lengthy list. I'm just going to throw it here, and hopefully we can all and Shaft. I know you're going to have some input here too. Let's look at this whole list of who went to Raw, and I'm just going to run down them all. AJ Styles, The Miz, Ricochet, Aleister Black, Eric and Ivar. I guess that's the Viking experience. Andrade, Selena Vega, Rey Mysterio, the Usos, Naomi, EC3, Lacey Evans, Eric Young, and Cedric Alexander.
For one, EC3 might be dead. EC3 might be dead.
Yeah.
And I just want to say that I didn't know much about Ricochet until I saw him in the NXT North American, that ladder match they did for the North American title. Apparently, Ricochet had been up and down the Midwest over the world. Over the years. Yeah. I didn't know anything about Ricochet, and I will tell you that I have come out completely impressed with him. The team with him in Black have been just
phenomenal. Really.
Okay, well, mine right now, and I'm gonna look here at this list. One that I feel kind of surprised me was the idea, and it's going to sound out there, The Miz going to Raw. I mean, I understand the idea with him and Shane McMahon, everything that's there. To me, I very much see him being one of the cornerstones of SmackDown.
I do too.
But seeing him going to Raw, I mean, again, that's definitely one of those surprises.
They've been flip-flopping him every year, though.
But then you can also say that with Roman Reigns going to SmackDown, Roman Reigns has been the heart of Raw for the longest time. Yeah. AJ Styles has been the heart of SmackDown.
The face that runs the place.
The face and moving him over, so they're trying to just get some new blood in there, which is good because with the Fox deal coming up for SmackDown, I mean,
Fox said they wanted top guys, top superstars to put on their program.
And SmackDown has always been. I've always thought SmackDown was
the better show.
Money talk.
Give me some. That's all I'm saying.
Recent years.
I said it a couple months ago before they decided to do this whole listening to the fans thing, and when they called up the NXT guys, the week before I was like, who needs melatonin when you have Raw? Because, I mean, I've had to use melatonin to help fall asleep. I'm like, who needs that when you got Raw? Because I'll fall asleep halfway through.
Right. Well, here's the thing about it, though. Actually, take it because I just
I'm just going to jump in, and we were just talking about Lights Out Surge, and then y'all talk, when you mess with your family, it's like Shane mess with the Miz dad, put him over the edge, and now everybody's behind the Miz. So, the universe dictate how they gonna embrace you and get behind you. And like I say, now everybody, when Shane come out, everybody was cheering, and then he messed up by messing with the Miz dad. Now everybody hate him.
I think it's a good fuse, though.
It is. And, like I say, it shows you how everything can flip-flop in a blinking of an eye.
Right.
And we were just talking about Lights Out Surge, who couldn't hold his son when he was born. Makazi. I'll be there Saturday. That's all I got to say.
I didn't have to to work. I would love to be there.
Yeah, I'm on call the whole day, so unfortunately.
Well, like I said, real quick here, guys. What would you say is the biggest thing to you coming to Raw? A pretty long list here. I think
definitely AJ Styles.
Yeah. I think Andrade is going to have the biggest impact because I think Andrade is going to thrive over there.
They say. But here's the thing, like, where is Joe coming to? I know he was sick. He was
sick this past weekend.
So he has to be coming to Raw.
He's going to be. All the titles of SmackDown. They had to rewrite. Some of the show because
he had transportation issues.
Well, no, Joe was sick. Joe was there, but he was sick.
I heard he couldn't even move around.
Yeah. Wow.
And so apparently, from what I read, Braun Strowman's going to be his first feud on Raw.
I actually think
that's they kind of set that up to SmackDown after WrestleMania whenever Braun came running down the aisle. And
because Joe, he never shows fear from anybody. And
Joe is severely underrated.
Yes, he is. And I've been waiting for him to push this guy forever, to at least get up to close to the mountaintop.
Yeah.
And challenge for the Universal title eventually in his career.
I'd like to see him get that world belt.
He's not part of the Samoan legacy. Is that why he's not getting the push?
Because
Natty, Tamina, of course, the Usos, they're all Samoan, and they've all gotten the push.
He doesn't have the normal WWE. There's no matter what you say, there's a.
He doesn't look like Drew McIntyre. He doesn't look like Roman Reigns.
He's a big guy. He's not muscle tone.
I agree with you.
That's up to you, Judge.
I'm just saying. He said it was a look. I'm just asking.
You talking about sexy? We talking about big and strong. Nobody use the word sexy.
It's about getting the job done.
All right,
he doesn't have the big giant muscular look.
And also back to Joe, it could also be
that
maybe Vince still has this whole thing that he was the face of TNA for the longest of time.
Big Show.
Yeah. So
well, like I said, guys, I'm gonna go real quick here and think we kind of go in here with SmackDown. I mean, we talked a lot about with the women's division and all the women that are there. There's a relatively short list of male competitors that went over to SmackDown. When you look at it right now, Roman Reigns, Finn Balor, Elias, Buddy Murphy, Chad Gable, Apollo Crews, Apollo Crews, Heavy Machinery, and I'm gonna start it right here. To me, one that finally is going to get a chance to thrive anywhere, and that is Lars Sullivan to SmackDown.
So is that where he is now?
Yeah.
He showed up on both shows again.
WWE.com. He is on SmackDown. I'm going to say right now,
everybody's
saying Roman Reigns or Finn Balor. To me, I think the one that's going to be able to have an opportunity to make the biggest statement, Lars Sullivan.
The last couple of weeks, he's been up there destroying a lot of legends.
Rest in peace, R-Truth.
I know.
R-Truth, the Hardys.
He's destroying the Attitude and the Ruthless Aggression era. It's like that's where he's going.
But look at the guy, though. I mean, he's a monster of a man.
He's a freak.
Thanks, Tim Miller, for tuning in. And no, Shaft, do not fear you, Tim Miller.
Wow.
Oh, and Tim Miller says what's up to Chris.
Oh, my God.
I love me some Tim Miller. It's been,
I think there's a long
history between me and Tim Miller. So.
Yeah. So, but like I said, guys, I mean, I think to me, when it comes down to it, anybody else have any really input on this SmackDown? I mean, a lot of people